Well, CoastLife's looking a little bit like a barnyard here today because we are hanging out at West Woolies in Milton, and I'm hanging out with Declan West and Bree here, who is one of the sweet babies here on this farm. So Declan, tell us a little bit about West Woolies, kind of how you got involved here and how West Woolies kind of came about.
All right, so West Woolies was originally started by my sister when she, found out about the Leicester Longwools. And then a few years later, I had been interested in it as well. I had been more of into the chickens and the ducks aspect of the farm. But then I also got into sheep, and I show California variegated mutants and Romaldales. Those are my breeds. But yeah, that's kind of how Ainsley and I got started on this. Yeah, and this is Bree, who you have here, and you guys have a lot of hands-on activities too for folks. Tell me a little bit about those. I know she's kind of hungry right now. Oh yeah. So in the spring and summertime, we allow people to come out and do bottle feeding for the lambs. Bree loves it. Bree's
I
hungry.
bet.
And we've had a few people come and they love it.
I bet. Can I try?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, baby. You're so cute and you're so hungry. I can see why people do get such a kick out of this.
Yeah.
I also understand you guys have an open house coming up where people can come out, get a tour. What else is going on that people can experience out here?
They can come over here. We have a petting zoo that we're going to have.
Fun.
I'm going to have some of my baby chickens out. They're going to be able to pet some of those. They'll get to see the 2 turkeys just roaming around the farm. And they'll be able to learn a lot of things, and we'll have a few activities for them to do as well. So
what does an open house provide for you guys at West Woolies? It gets you kind of out and about. It gets people, they kind of get you on the map. Yeah,
it kind of helps us expand more. It helps people know that we're here, which is kind of important because then we can talk to them about our Facebook page and our website that we have, where we sell all of the stuff that we make, and we also sell our wool on there. So yeah, that's one of the big aspects, is to just get out in the open. Yeah, and it kind of gives you guys a chance to celebrate. I know a lot of you guys start in 4-H, and that kind of the passion just grows from there, and you get to share that passion with the public. I also understand, like you mentioned too, you guys have some classes and things that you make with the wool. Tell us a little bit about what you have here and some of the ways that people get creative. Yeah, so some of the things we have here is you can make a wreath from wool, and I love them. They're beautiful, and they're great decoration. And then you also have the bird nesting. Cute. Because birds actually do like the wool a lot. Yeah. And it's really good for nests. And then they can also make over there wool dryer balls, which are really good for your laundry in the dryer. And it's reusable, you don't have to worry about running out, and a lot of great opportunities to get hands-on. So remind us again, Declan, the details of the open house so that people can mark their calendars. So it's May 17th from 10 to 2. We're going to have all these fun activities over there for you to do. We're going to also probably allow some people to feed Bree here when she needs it, and some of our other lambs. And we'll also possibly have a vendor here as well. Fantastic. So lots of ways to just get out, have a family fun day on the farm. But we're not done talking about all the things that you can learn here at West Woolies. When we get back, Charlie's going to be taking over. So what do you think, Bree? You want to take a quick break? Yeah, there's more CoastLife coming up when we get back.
CoastLife fam, we are here at West Woolies. We have Ainsley West, and who I can only assume is Baba Black Sheep. Who do we have here?
This is Vivian.
And we're going to learn a little bit about what you guys do, how you shear them a little bit.
Yeah.
So is there anything you can tell us about the process of shearing them so that we understand what's really happening?
Yeah, so this is a long wool breed. So when you're shearing them, they're going to be around 9 to 10 inches long in their wool staple length. So that's going to be a little bit compared to some other breeds where you're going to see around 3 to 4 inches. But they have curly locks, as you can see. So that curl, and it's got that shine to it, that luster. So that's what you really look for. When you're shearing them, you are using electric shears. Some people still use hand shears, so these are a pair of hand shears.
Ooh, looking sharp.
Yes, fresh, sharp. So when you want to do these, especially if you're doing something like the Delaware State Fair, we show ours at the Delaware State Fair. So you do what's called fitting. So you're making them look all nice and pretty. Relax, girl. I know. So what you would do is you just kind of go over their wool, and essentially you're just making it look all nice and even.
Yeah, give them a nice little haircut, a little shape up.
A little shape up.
So is there a difference between this specific kind of sheep and some of the other sheep that you guys have?
Yeah, so your long wool breed is they are a wool breed. That is their purpose. They are actually kind of one of the original sheep breeds. They were created by Robert Bakewell, who created selective breeding back in the 1700s. So essentially what that is you are choosing the ram to the ewe and all of that. Before it was just a pasture, it was whatever happened. This was all it was meant to be. They decided it that way. George Washington found out about them and actually imported them illegally because we weren't supposed to have them.
That little scamp, George Washington, you know, rousing things up.
Yeah, it's actually said that their wool clothed the American Revolution.
Well, that's really interesting. So
Yeah.
I know you guys are going to have an open house event or something
Yes.
of sorts. Can you tell us a little bit about that so that if people want to come see what you're doing with these guys, they can actually come out themselves?
Yeah, no, so we'll be having it. We're gonna have sheep out. They can tour the farm. We'll be doing lots of tours. We'll be showing other wool things we've got going on. I mean, there's a lot. We'll probably be doing some shearing demos, how you fit, all that sort of stuff, some basic care of sheep.
Let me ask you this, because it's so neat to be out here.
Yeah.
We're hearing a million different sheep sounds, animal sounds. We got farm animals all over the place. How did you get into this and what makes you continue to love to do it?
So my cousins grew up showing sheep, so I was kind of always around it. I wanted to get into it, wasn't sure what route. We ended up taking a little family vacation around 2019 to Williamsburg down in Virginia, and I learned about this sheep breed, and the little history nerd in me went, I want these. So then I ended up getting a couple, and it has just pretty much exploded from there.
And when you've got this whole hookup, this obviously attempts to keep their heads
Yes.
straight and stuff
Relax,
like that.
girl.
What is the challenge when you're trying to go through and shear them? You know, how difficult is it to do this the right way so you get what you need, but you're not hurting the sheep either?
Yeah, so when we do our mass shearing once a year, we have a professional come in, and he actually does them on the floor, and it's really cool to watch. He can do one in like 2-3 minutes. It's really impressive. I do a lot of mine on the stand, even with electric shearing. All of ours, because we show them, are trained to stand on the stand. Now, she's a little older, so she doesn't do it as much, but they are halter trained, so they walk on halters. They are okay with the stand, so being able to have them trained for that really helps getting that wool that you want.
Now, once you've got the wool, do you do different things with the wool from different animals, or can it all be used the same? What happens there?
So it really depends. There's different types of wool. So you've got your medium wool, you've got your coarse. That's you're seeing a lot of like carpets. You've got your fine wool breeds. So those are your hats, your scarves, the things you actually want touching you. Your medium wools, you still will see a lot of socks made out of. But so these guys would be considered a medium wool. Hand spinners love this wool because it's easier to work with. So they are really sought out by hand spinners. We sell the wool raw, so it is straight off the animal. We skirt it a little bit so you get that vegetation matter out, the yuckier kind of the wool, and then we sell it just like that by the pound.
And this is my last question for you, but you know, it seems like you guys are right here. What's it like living somewhere where you've got these different animal sounds and you've got kind of this life all around you all the time?
I'm very fortunate for it, I will say. It is amazing to be able to look out my bedroom window and see the sheep, see my horses. I think it has been the most amazing upbringing for myself. I think it's been amazing. That's really what kind of drives me, is just being able to look out at this view every morning.
Well, bye you too. I appreciate you sitting tight with us. You've been very good. We are going to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We have more Coast Life after this.